Welcome to Sylvia Stingray. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sylvia, your Yuri Manhwa translator. Hey guys, good morning. Let me present you the new chapter of My Lover's Dangerous, chapter 41. So here it is. Let's read the story. Oh, back to little Yuner, it seems that she was going to meet something. It could be that the dean wanted to see her. Well, maybe there's something that the dean wanted to caught her attention. Now, a little flashback from the fuss. The dean, do you still remember the little blind man in our courtyard a year ago? Of course, I remember. The dean said to the other teacher. Well, why suddenly you're talking about the blind man? I didn't expect that she would be the illegitimate daughter of the O family. Although she was taken back, she had a bad background and she was disabled, so her situation in the O family would be difficult. On the contrary, her eyes were cured, and the old Master O recognized her identity, included her in the family tree, and changed her name to O Chenxi. Now, the dean, he was surprised. Alas, she was a golden phoenix in distress, but it was a pity that we only regarded her as a chicken at the beginning. Otherwise, he could have relied on personal connections to get in touch with the O family. Dean, do you still remember Leonor? Is she the girl who gets along really well with Miss O? Wasn't she was taken away by her relatives a half year ago? Well, it turns out Oyuner, she was finding Leonor before. On the phone, Miss Swan plans that bring Leonor back to the O family. Now, it really makes sense. It looks like we are going to miss the opportunity to make friends with the O family again. Well, this is really unfortunate, but it turns out there's an impostor who's hiding from the back. Well, it looks like she was only an impostor and only wanted to get close to the O family. No, Dean, that child is really tricky. Back then, she can think so many ways. The girl said, I can be Leonor. So it turns out she volunteered to replace Leonor on her behalf. Well, this is not good. It turns out she was only pretending. This is Leon. Her mother has been teased by her husband and also mother-in-law for a long time. Finally, they put meds in the food, leaving her the only one left in the family. So it turns out her real family is cruel. Well, she must be lonely back then. Why can you be Leonor? Because I won't show off my flames, Leonor said. But back then, the dean, Wang Yuner, but the pronunciation of Yuner and Yuner is almost the same. Well, that was really scary, right? And it's been a year, so even if the sound is slightly different, it can be worked around. Well, she is really brave back then. At a young age, she can think like that. Well, that was really scary. I know almost everything that happened between Leonor and Sister Sisi. So it turns out the real friend of Ochensi is Wang Yuner. Since she was taken by her own family back then, she don't have any chance to see her again, and knowing that she is her friend, but why suddenly she really can't remember Ochensi's face, right? Maybe there's something happened back then, that's why she really can remember her fuss and also her face. Why do you want to be Leonor? If the O family discovers the truth, you will pay a heavy price. Leonor said, my life is a mess up. This is my only chance to change it. Even if the price is dead, I'll take a chance. Leonor said to the dean. Now, she is really brave. But the dean said to her, very good. The last question is, why should I accompany you to the table? Well, that was a really tricky question. What do you think? Can she really answer the dean? Now, back to the present. The dean, still speaking to her. Now, do you remember now? You answered that time. The dean said to Yuner. Well, this is really tricky, right? Yuner, it seems to be puzzled, and said to him, of course, I remember. Well, this is a perfect time to escape, but right now we can really find a good thing. I will share everything I get from the O family with the dean as a token of gratitude for keeping the secret for me. So it was right. She was promising the dean before that she will give her a fart. But over years, I have given you enough money and resource. Now, it really makes sense, right? Since Yuner right now, she was sulking, she looks really angry about this. The dean said, Leon, you're wrong. It's up to me to decide whether it's enough or not. Well, it turns out the tricky person can also trick by another tricky person. Now, those who are caught in the weak spot and are not qualified. Now, Yuner, it seems that she was shaking. Well, probably. She got really mad about this, but looking at her face, she was sneering. Well, probably. She wanted to flat something against the dean, and also wanted to be closer again to Sissy. Well, let's see on what's gonna happen next. Dean, I know what to do. Please, give me some times. Now, the dean said, okay, it seems that her wish, it was really granted, but let's see on what's gonna happen next. Finally, the dean said, her intelligence has been changed. The dean said to her, well, what do you think? What the dean means about that? Well, for the meantime, looking at Yuner, Uncle Shao, if I don't want to be controlled by you anymore, what should I do? Yuner said to herself. Now, let's see. This is really getting interesting. Miss O, your takeaway has arrived. Oh, Chenxi, it seems that she was busy on working right now. She was holding a book and she was reading it. Well, what do you think? What could be? If this could, please give a five-star rating. Eunice said to her, why are you? Now, it really makes sense. She really find it cute. And also, looking at her, she can really coax her. I have to create some special memories for you so that you will remember to miss me. Eunice said to Ochansi, well, this too. Now, Ochansi, are your special memories only given to the takeaway? Now, she was teasing Yuner. What do you think, guys? What Yuner will gonna do to her? It seems that this thing, it will be getting tricky. Moreover, after hearing that, Yuner, she was blushing and asking Ochansi, what else do you want? Now, this is really good thing, right? Moreover, looking at the two of them, they're really close to each other. Office play. Eunice said to her, now, this is really getting tough. Let's see on what's gonna happen next. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Membership is already open. For those who want to support, you can support me by joining the membership or you can directly support me by a Ko-Fi. Thank you, bye.